Stop exactly here, my little child. Please take your time reading this message. Sometimes the most important word comes when we least expect it, so take a deep breath, calm your heart, and pay close attention. It's possible that you have been silently carrying something for a very long time. In public, you grin. You carry on with your duties. You assure people that everything is all right. However, there are questions in your heart that no one else is aware of when the room finally turns silent and you are by yourself. Do you still hear me, God? Have you overlooked my prayer? Why hasn't my circumstances changed? I've heard you, my child. Not a single heartfelt prayer has vanished into quiet. I witnessed the times you sobbed in private. I seen the times when disappointment got to the point where you were afraid to hope again and stopped asking for certain things. I witnessed the betrayal. I witnessed the rejection. I witnessed the door closing just as you believed it might open. Even when your heart was weary, I witnessed you persevering. You believed you were strolling by yourself. You weren't. There were times when I worked in areas that were hidden from view, so you couldn't see what I was doing. Through seasons you believed to be purely unpleasant, there were battles you never knew existed, doors being prepared, lessons being produced, and power building within of you. Do not confuse stillness with abandonment, my darling. I sometimes use stillness to get your heart ready for what's about to happen. Don't forget Daniel. He prayed, but the answer did not come to him right away. Scripture describes the spiritual resistance that surrounded his circumstances, and Michael took part in that heavenly conflict. However, Daniel's tale highlights a crucial point: nothing is happening just because you can't see it. You might notice a delay when you consider your situation. I see getting ready. A closed door is visible to you. I might be shielding you from something you don't fully comprehend. You witness a conclusion. I might be getting ready for a fresh start. Thus, cease measuring my faithfulness is solely based on today's events. This is not the last chapter of your story. I am able to restore some items. I can bring back some dreams. I am able to mend some relationships. Opportunities may present themselves in unexpected locations. And even if I don't respond exactly how you had hoped, I can still guide you in the right direction. You've spent too much time, my child, thinking that your past can dictate your future. It doesn't. Although it hurt, the betrayal does not determine your value. Although it hurt, the rejection doesn't define your worth. Even though you failed, your goal remains intact. You're still here. This implies that you are currently writing your story. Just leave a remark saying, "I receive your peace, Lord," if this message resonates with you. Not because heaven is ruled by a number. Not because a remark buys a miracle. Compose it as a private proclamation to God. Lord, I decide to put my trust in even when I am unable to see the entire way. I want you to let go of the fear that has been dictating your thoughts, my kid. You don't need to be aware of every aspect of tomorrow. To proceed, all you need is sufficient trust. Forgiveness might be the first step toward your recovery. Your breakthrough might start with bravery. One choice you've been hesitant to make could be the start of your new chapter. And sometimes it's not a miracle when the whole mountain vanishes overnight. Sometimes the miracle is that you find the strength to climb it at last. I'm not done with you yet. You still have a purpose. The dreams you buried still have life in them. Beyond the disappointment, there is still hope. Beyond the suffering you have gone through, there is still hope for the future. So raise your head, my kid. You don't have to let the season that broke you define who you are. You've shed enough tears in private. Let me now show you how to move forward peacefully. Don't go just yet if you're still listening. Because I want to talk directly about the doors that might be closing in your life in the second section of this message, and why a closed door isn't always a sign of rejection. Remain with me. Your tale is not finished. Listen carefully, my darling youngster. You've been requesting a sign from me. You've questioned whether the door in front of you will ever open. You've seen others advance while you've felt immobile. However, I want you to comprehend something today. Not all doors that are closed are penalties. Some doors close because they were never intended to be your final destination. You pled with me to keep specific individuals in your life. You pled with me to take advantage of some opportunities. You pled with me to bring back circumstances that were teaching you how to let go. You believed I had disregarded you when those doors closed. But what if I was keeping you safe? What if your perceived loss turned out to be the start of your liberation? What if you were being prevented from being the person I was calling you to be by the relationship you were frantically trying to salvage? What if the opportunity you passed up allowed you to take advantage of another that better suited your goals? Sometimes, while you are in the middle of the journey, my child, you are unable to understand my direction. Sometimes you don't realize it until you've gone far enough to turn around. Therefore, avoid living your entire life gazing at a locked door. Turn around. Look ahead. Another door might be waiting for you. You might finally get why the preceding door had to close when that one opens. Scripture's account of Michael serves as a reminder that while spiritual struggles are genuine, fear should not be your main concern. Faith should be your main concern. Avoid being fixated on invisible battles. Become rooted in God. Don't look for signals every day. Spend your days growing in strength, wisdom, kindness, bravery, and faithfulness. Say a prayer. Work. Pardon. Acquire knowledge. When the chance arises, seize it. Additionally, get back up after falling. That's how faith manifests itself in your life. I know you desire a quick response, my darling. You would like a message outlining the specifics of tomorrow's events. However, I won't expect you to base your faith on a countdown. I want your faith to endure despite the passing of time. There is more to our connection than just a deadline. There is more to your future than just one day. There is more to your mission than a single setback. So take a breath. You're not falling behind. You are not overlooked. The fact that your journey differs from everyone else's does not disqualify you. There's still time to start over. Rebuilding is still possible. There's still time to fall in love. You still have time to follow the dream you gave up. And I still have time to change the aspects of your story that you believed were unchangeable. Do not keep your pain from God if you are experiencing it right now. Have an honest conversation with Him. Share your fears with Him. Inform Him of your disappointments. Tell Him what you want. And then give up the result. Say, Lord, I put my faith in you for what I cannot manage. It's possible that your surroundings won't immediately improve once you say your prayer. However, it can start altering your internal processes. And sometimes the biggest breakthrough starts there. I want you to keep this in mind, my child. Tears are not a sign of weakness. You don't have to wait. Your identity is not defined by your past. Your failure is not the end of your story. Furthermore, your tale does not finish with your closed door. Proceed. You don't need to know everything in order to read the following chapter. All you have to do is continue to walk with trust. Share this message with someone who might be in need of hope today if it inspired you. It's not because sharing ensures a blessing, but rather because it's possible that someone you know is secretly carrying the same suffering you did. And maybe your small gesture of compassion will let them know they're not alone. It's Jesus speaking light. And let this be your proclamation if you are listening at this moment. I refuse to give up. I'll put my faith in God. I'm going to keep going. My tale is not yet finished. Lift your eyes, my little kid. It might have been a long night. It might have been a challenging road. However, sunrise constantly serves as a reminder that darkness does not have the last say. Continue to pray. Continue to have faith. Continue to walk. And don't be scared to enter when the appropriate door opens. You are not forgotten by me. We're still writing your narrative. And the future is yet bright.